been making videos since 2008 and I've found pretty little success. I want to explain why and why I still like making content and posting videos. So, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be on the platform. I saw channels like Freddie Wong, Quarter Digital, and I was like, I want to do that. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to be able to make cool stuff and people enjoy it, have millions of people around the world see it if I could. Because I really thought like I had that talent and that ability. And when I started, I was getting decent views because the platform was less saturated, but I would make stuff so inconsistently that I could never really generate an audience. And I think that's like one of the first things that really has stopped me as a filmmaker and as a YouTuber creating videos is that I've never been consistent. Whenever I've tried to get consistent, I've always struggled at being, on a schedule that makes it so that my content is regularly seen by people. It's something I'm trying to fix this year, but I've struggled through the last 15 years making content, not being able to really get consistent. And I think one thing, if you want to be a YouTuber and you want to be someone who makes videos, you gotta be consistent, and that's what everyone tells me. And I feel like I get psyched out by the numbers. I get psyched out by like, oh, if I post a bunch of consistent videos, they sometimes get less views, so I should just wait and post one video once a month so it gets a lot more views. But ultimately, what I've seen is whenever I have been consistent, I look back on it months later and be like, why didn't I stick with that? Why didn't I keep going? Another thing that I've struggled with is trying to stay on a schedule of what kind of content I'm going to be making. Is it going to be tutorials? Is it going to be short films? Is it going to be feature films? Is it going to be animations? I feel like every few months I oscillate onto a different type of thing. And if you look at good quality YouTube channels, usually they stay within a niche and they stick with it for many years. And I've kind of always been a little bit scatterbrained. And so I think being scatterbrained, being all over the place, has really hindered me as a filmmaker because I have been making all this different stuff and none of it has like a consistency and a vision. And so when people get onto my channel, I think that they see a bunch of random content and they're not really sure what they're subscribing for. Probably one of my biggest hindrances has been not following trends, not following what is popular in the zeitgeist. I've always been kind of a rebel in the way that I try to do it my way. I make feature films that aren't based off of any other IP. They're all original ideas. And whenever you make something original and completely off the beaten path, you're going to run into a lot of people not understanding it, not getting it, or not even searching for it. And I've kind of had this insistence of not trying to be on the trending, ideas. I want to do my own thing. And I feel like that's stubborn. It's not that you shouldn't, have your own original ideas. That's great. But there's ways to incorporate originality through the trends of the day, going through the whole year. There are certain video topics and ideas that could definitely be incorporated within my videos that could make it so that I have a higher chance of getting success by, working with those trends through creating the content I want to create. So I think like if I was a little bit more willing to follow those trends, and that's what I'm trying to do this year, I think that it will be a little bit more successful because I feel like I've been so insistent on everything being so original and so completely different that it has kind of put me in a place where, the only way people see my stuff is if they randomly get, sent a link to it or they find it on Facebook. I think another big thing is just having the ability to collaborate with other people on this platform. I've done a decent amount of collaborations, but I've always kind of been a sole creator, kind of by myself, insular in a lot of ways. And a lot of the content I've made has been just me sitting in my bedroom, sitting in my room. And sometimes that can be not the most engaging content. There's ways that I could collaborate and get out there more, but I've struggled to, have a big group of friends. And I really wish that I could get out there a little bit more, make more content with other people, and do stuff on my platform, on a weekly basis where I'm like collaborating with one or two other people. I think it would be really engaging and cool if I was working like, on a short film every week and I had a bunch of other people. And sometimes it comes down to scheduling. You try to get other people and they're just not available, or you don't have the ability to, make a film every week, and that's understandable. But I do think that collaboration, whether it's with other YouTubers or collaboration with just friends and actors in real life, is something that absolutely is necessary for having like a successful YouTube channel. I guess the lesson from this whole thing is, why do I keep doing it? Why do I keep coming back? Why have I not given up? I can't. This is me. This is my life. This is what I've always wanted to do. And whether or not there's one person watching or a million, I don't care. I genuinely love doing this. And no matter what, I will always love doing this. Like, I don't care if I don't do any of the tips or any of the things that I said. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make videos. I enjoy making videos. So I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep creating content because that's what I need to do in order to be me. So thanks for watching this, guys. I appreciate it. Consider subscribing.